It's a flying mansion with the soul of a Boeing airliner and a price tag of $100 million. This is the BBJ Max 7, Boeing's private jet for billionaires, world leaders, and royal families. With a range of over 7,000 miles and a cabin bigger than most homes, this aircraft redefines what it means to travel in style. Today, we're stepping inside to see just how far luxury can fly. Cabin. Let's talk about space, because this is where the BBJ Max 7 absolutely demolishes every other private jet in its class. We're looking at 3,346 square feet of cabin volume. To put that in perspective, that's bigger than most luxury apartments in Manhattan. The cabin stretches 109 feet long. That's about the length of 3 school buses parked end to end. Width? 7 feet and 1 inch at its widest point. Height? 7 feet and 1 inch as well. You're not ducking through this cabin. You're walking through it like you're in your living room. 6'5" guys can stand up straight without even thinking about it. This isn't a cramped tube with leather seats. This is legitimate living space that happens to fly. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Boeing doesn't deliver this plane with an interior. You get an empty metal tube with windows. Everything else? That's on you and your design team. And this is where billionaires go absolutely wild. We're talking full master bedrooms with king-size beds. Multiple bathrooms with showers, not those cramped closet showers, but actual walk-in showers with rainfall heads and heated floors. Full-size galleys that would make restaurant chefs jealous. Conference rooms with enormous tables and presentation systems. Lounges with full-size couches, private offices, bars. Some owners have installed gyms. The customization process typically takes 2 to 3 years and costs anywhere from $30 to $50 million on top of the base price. You're working with companies that specialize in aircraft interiors, and they'll source materials from around the world. Want that specific Italian marble for your bathroom? They'll get it, engineer it to be flight safe, and install it. Want gold-plated fixtures? Done. Want walls covered in rare wood that costs $10,000 per square foot? Not a problem. The windows deserve their own mention. 16 of them per side, 32 total. They're larger than typical airliner windows, and many owners install electrochromic dimming, which means you can control the tint level electronically. No more plastic shades. Just touch a button and the window gradually darkens or lightens. Lighting is another area where these jets separate themselves from commercial planes. We're talking full LED mood lighting systems with thousands of customizable colors and scenes. You can program different lighting schemes for different times of day or different moods. Morning flight? Cool blue tones to help you wake up. Evening flight? Warm amber to help you relax. Red-eye flight? Deep red tones that won't disrupt your sleep cycle. Climate control is zoned throughout the cabin. The bedroom can be ice cold while the lounge is warm. Each area has independent temperature control, so everyone's comfortable regardless of where they are in the plane. By the way, we now have a full Spanish version of this channel. Same jets, same luxury, now in Spanish. If you speak Spanish or know someone who does, this is for you. Check the pinned comment to subscribe. Cockpit. Up front, the BBJ Max 7 features Boeing's latest flight deck technology. We're looking at 4 large LCD displays that provide pilots with everything they need. The screens are configurable so pilots can arrange information however they want based on flight phase or personal preference. The system runs on Boeing's flight management computer, which handles navigation, performance calculations, and flight planning. It's integrated with satellite-based navigation, so accuracy is measured in feet, not miles. The autopilot system is sophisticated enough to handle everything from takeoff to landing in certain conditions, though regulations and safety protocols mean pilots are always actively managing the flight. One of the standout features is the head-up display, or HUD, which projects critical flight information onto a transparent screen in the pilot's line of sight. This means pilots can see airspeed, altitude, heading, and navigation information without looking down at the instruments. It's especially useful during approaches and landings in low visibility. The avionics suite includes advanced weather radar that can detect turbulence, wind shear, and severe weather from hundreds of miles away. The system provides three-dimensional weather mapping, so pilots can see not just where storms are, but how tall they are and what's the best altitude to avoid them. Communication systems are satellite-based, providing global coverage. Whether you're over the Pacific Ocean or the Sahara Desert, you've got crystal-clear communication with air traffic control and the ability to make phone calls or send data. Engine and performance. Power comes from two CFM International LEAP-1 B engines. Each engine produces 28,000 pounds of thrust. These are the same engines used on the commercial 737 MAX 7, but in this application, they're pushing far less weight because you've got maybe 20 people on board instead of 172 passengers plus luggage. The performance numbers are frankly ridiculous. Maximum cruise speed is 521 miles per hour. That's moving. You're covering distance faster than almost any other business jet out there. New York to London? About 6.5 hours. Los Angeles to Tokyo? Around 10 hours. Miami to Buenos Aires? 8 hours. But speed is just part of the story. The real magic is in the range. The BBJ Max 7 can fly 7,070 nautical miles without refueling. In practical terms, that's 8,138 statute miles. You could take off from Los Angeles and land in Sydney. You could fly from New York to Hong Kong. You could go from Dubai to San Francisco, non-stop, no refueling, no stopping. This range capability fundamentally changes how you travel. You're not planning trips around fuel stops. You're not dealing with customs in some random country just because you need gas. You decide where you want to go and you go there, direct. Takeoff performance is strong. Even from shorter runways at higher elevations, the Max 7 has enough power to get airborne safely. The aircraft can operate from runways that many other large business jets can't use, giving owners access to smaller airports closer to their final destinations. Price, the cost of ultimate freedom. Let's talk money. The base price for a BBJ Max 7 starts around $100 million. But remember, that's just for the green aircraft, the empty tube. By the time you add a custom interior, avionics upgrades, and special features, you're looking at $130 to $150 million all in. Operating costs are substantial. You're looking at roughly $6 to $8 million per year in fixed costs, including insurance, crew salaries, hangar fees, and maintenance reserves. Flight costs run approximately $8,000 to $10,000 per flight hour when you factor in fuel, maintenance, landing fees, and crew expenses. If you're not ready to buy, charter is an option, though finding a BBJ Max 7 available for charter is rare, since most are privately owned. When available, charter rates typically run between $30,000 and $50,000 per flight hour, depending on routing and availability. At the end of the day, the BBJ Max 7 represents the absolute pinnacle of private aviation. It's a plane that combines airliner size and range with private jet luxury and customization. It's transportation for people who refuse to compromise on anything, who value their time above all else, and who want to travel the world on their own terms. When $100 million is just the starting point, you know you're dealing with something truly exceptional. If you enjoyed this glimpse into the world of ultimate luxury, a like and a subscription would mean the world. And for those who dream of flying in style, click right here to watch our video on the top 5 longest range private jets for your family. See you in the skies!